All right, in today's video, we're going to review the Harvard Medical School secondary essays for the 25 to 26 cycle. We've been helping students get into med school for over 2 decades, and Harvard is the most common dream school among the students we've supported. It might feel like getting in is more of a pipe dream with the matriculation rate hovering around 2%, but it's absolutely doable. Several of our students get in each year. But you're gonna need to have an excellent application, including great secondary essays, and that's why we made this video. We'll quickly go over each HMS secondary essay prompt and offer some insight into what the prompt is asking, what outcomes are looking for in your response, and how you can make sure your essays stand out. And we'll be referring to Harvard's secondary essay prompts from the 2025 to 2026 application cycle, so you can utilize them in your pre-writing process before the ones for the 26-27 application cycle are officially announced. And medical schools don't often change their essay prompts from one cycle to the next, but when they do, we update our resources accordingly. And before we dive in, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more detailed guidance with the med school admissions process. And if you're looking for sample essays for every HMS secondary prompt, as well as every other prompt required by over 150 MD and DO schools, you can find a link to that essay library by clicking the link on screen. All right, with that, let's get into it. So we should start by explaining that Harvard Med secondaries are a little unique in that you only need to respond to the ones that apply to you. And we'll talk about how to determine whether or not they apply to you as we go through each one of them. The bottom line here, though, is that in most cases, it will not reflect poorly on you if you don't answer. Then again, if you choose not to respond to a prompt that does apply to you, you could miss out on an opportunity to add context and clarity to your application unless you've already addressed the relevant topics in your personal statement. Okay, let's look at the first prompt. It says, if you have already graduated, briefly summarize your activities since graduation. If you respond, you'll have up to 4,000 characters for your essay. So obviously, you shouldn't respond to this prompt unless you've already graduated at the time you're applying to med school. If this is the case for you, know that it's fairly common for applicants to take time off between undergrad and med school, and AdComs don't view that as a weakness. Actually, first-year students at Harvard Med typically range in age from 21 to 31. What Harvard's looking for in your response to this prompt is basically just some evidence that you've been working toward your goals and adding things to your resume that'll help make you a great med student and future doctor. That includes things like research and clinical experience with patient exposure, of course. And it's worth noting that 99% of matriculants had research experience when applying, so it's safe to say that it's a must-have. But if you decided a little later in life that you want to pursue a career in medicine, that's okay too. Either way, you should mention your work and volunteer experience that has equipped you with skills that transfer well into medicine, like anything, service-oriented or customer-facing, anything in a lab, any position where you interacted with people from diverse backgrounds, or any position where you had to lead other people. And one thing I want to point out here, even though the prompt asks you to briefly summarize your activities, you should still include the essential details like the title of any roles held, a description of your responsibilities, and a reflection on what you gained from the experience. As with all essays, be concise, but don't be vague. And they're giving you 4,000 characters, which again is about 500 words. So that's a decent hint that they want your response to be in a proper essay structure, not just a bulleted list. All right, moving on to the second prompt. This one reads, if there is an important aspect of your personal background or identity not addressed elsewhere in the application that may illuminate how you could contribute to the med school and that you would like to share with the committee, we invite you to do so here. Examples might include significant challenges in access to education, unusual socioeconomic factors, diverse ideological perspectives, or other aspects of your personal or family background to place your prior academic achievements in context or provide further insight into your motivation for a career in medicine or the viewpoints you might bring to the medical school community. You get 4,000 characters to respond to this one too. So this prompt is basically a blend of the diversity essay and the additional information essay category. So in the previous cycle, the prompt ended with many applicants will not need to answer this question, but that phrase was removed for the 25-26 cycle. With that in mind, we encourage you to respond to this prompt if there's anything relevant in your life that hasn't already been thoroughly explored in your personal statement essay. So for some applicants, this might be the only place you have a chance to write about how your background or identity has shaped your worldview and influenced your decision to pursue a career in medicine. The prompt gives you a few examples of possible topics, and a few more we could add to that list are being a first-gen college student, having a marginalized gender identity or sexual orientation, growing up in a rural area, growing up in a specific cultural, religious, or ethnic context, caring for an ill relative long-term, coming from an immigrant family, or having a really unique hobby. So also keep in mind that if you discuss challenges in this essay, you also want to describe how you have actively to try to overcome those challenges rather than just passively observing them. But whatever you end up writing about, if anything at all, don't forget to address that last bit of the prompt, the part that reads, provide further insight into your motivation for a career in medicine or the viewpoints you might bring to the medical school community. Answers like, I want to pursue medicine because I want to help people, they won't stand out as memorable or grounded in concrete experience. So get as detailed as possible. And if you can mention some initiatives, institutes, student groups, or research at Harvard that directly relate to your career interests, your application is even more likely to move forward to the interview stage. All right. So the next prompt isn't really a prompt. It's more of a straightforward short answer response. It reads, the interview season for the 25-26 cycle will be held virtually and is anticipated to run from mid-September through January 2026. Please indicate any significant 3 or more weeks restriction on your availability for interviews during this period. If none, please leave the section blank. You have 1,000 characters to respond. Now, the AdCom isn't trying to trick you here, so don't overthink it. They really are only asking for scheduling purposes. You still want to make it abundantly clear that med school interviews are at the top of your priority list, though, so you should only mention legitimate and truly unavoidable scheduling conflicts here. And if you do have any availability issues you need to let them know about, don't feel like you have to go into a long, elaborate explanation. Just keep it short and to the point. Okay. Moving on to the next prompt, it reads, if you are reapplying, briefly summarize your activities since your previous application. You have 4,000 characters to respond. So if this is a reapplication for you, the main thing AdComs want to see is evidence of growth. So don't simply reiterate your previous application. Instead, you want to focus on what has changed. Have you added new clinical research experiences? Did you take additional coursework or gain new skills? So be explicit about how these new developments have made you a stronger, more competitive candidate since you last applied. Think of this as your opportunity to show, how you've actively addressed previous gaps and deepen your commitment to medicine. All right, and moving on to the final prompt. This one is only for HST applicants. It's a long one, but you'll want to pay really close attention to the details they're giving you. Take note of what they emphasize about their program in this prompt, because you can bet that means they want you to bring it up in your essay. So the full prompt reads, for HST applicants, the HST MD program draws on the combined resource of Harvard and MIT to provide a distinct preclinical education tailored to preparing students for careers as transformative physicians who will shape the future practice of medicine. Our students come from the full spectrum of disciplines, including biological, physical, engineering, and social sciences. HST classes are small, commonly include graduate students, and have an emphasis on quantitative and analytic approaches. The unique HST preclinical curriculum prepares students well for the HMS clinical education while also emphasizing disease mechanisms and preparing students to solve critical, unmet needs in medicine and healthcare, ranging from novel diagnostics and therapeutics to applications of big data and systems engineering. Please focus on how your interests, experiences, and aspirations have prepared you for HST rather than identifying specific HST faculty or research opportunities. So HST specifically values candidates who can bridge the gap between rigorous math-focused methodologies and patient-centered practice. So when responding, focus on how your specific trajectory, whether rooted in lab work, complex technical systems, or diverse academic spheres, has sharpened your ability to tackle major unresolved issues in medical practice. They want to see how you've prepared yourself to thrive in a multidisciplinary environment that prioritizes evidence-based problem solving. So rather than discussing specific faculty or existing research projects you might join, craft a narrative that demonstrates your intellectual maturity and your capacity to innovate, showing them clearly how your background has readied you to address systemic healthcare challenges. All right, we'll go ahead and wrap up there. I hope this helps with your brainstorming and writing process as you prepare to write your own HMS secondaries. And if you're looking for sample essays for each of these prompts, or prompts and sample essays for over 150 MD and DO schools, check out the Secondary Essay Premium Example Hub. Take care.